Adam, you have no idea how like I'm getting used to press and like doing full presses. You have no idea how nice it is to see your face right now.
Oh my God, dude, that's so kind of you to say. I'm so excited I get to do this. I'm so excited for you. This has been so cool to watch.
Absurd.
Yeah, dude. Well, let's jump into it. I know you're busy, so this this movie's had a long road to theaters, but it feels sort of perfect. It's coming out this year when we're seeing all these success stories for Gen Z storytellers, specifically like in the horror space. Can you talk to me about what that feels like as an artist coming up right now and how that's feeling?
First off, it's awesome. I think that the I don't want to like jinx it, but it feels like a new Hollywood movement where the studios are like, okay, our model is not working anymore. We like the same thing where it's like in the 70s where they were like, okay, there's a whole generation raised on TV and we cannot speak to them anymore, so it's time to let the kids play. It's like Gen Z's inheriting the economy, it's awesome. Admittedly, I wish it came fucking 8 months earlier where I was dead in the market and like living in a fucking walk-in closet, but like, timing, whatever. I think it's really fucking cool. I don't like putting this film up next to Backrooms Obsession because this is not that. Like Kane is a good friend of mine and Curry specifically, both of them have honed their craft for years on YouTube, like I would akin this more to like akin this. I don't think it's a verb, but I would put this more like his first like Milk and Cereal, which he
Mhm.
scrapped together over tons of years. Like that's what this movie was. That took, I mean, shit, it took, yeah, like from beginning inception to now, like 6 years. So like, I think I'm very grateful for it, but I have a very different path than them. Like they coming off of YouTube, which I love YouTube by the way, but
Yeah,
like I came from a more film school, it's
yeah,
a different path. But I'm very grateful for this moment that's happening right now.
yeah. I'm so excited. I have not shut up about this movie since I saw it last year.
Thank
I've
you.
Anybody with ears, I've been making them watch it. But I think the thing that really knocked me out the first time specifically, but every time I've seen it, is the tonal control. I could not believe like the command you had over it. I know you've said first and foremost though this is like a hangout movie, but why was bringing in those horror elements important to you? I think in theory there's a world where it could have been like a simple coming of age movie with that endless road concept or like a comedy. So why was like the horror element kind of important?
I mean, I think that genre, like horror specifically, is the most distinct version of like, okay, overcoming conflict and then learning from it, overcoming conflict, learning from it. Guy with a knife, learn, survive. He's over here now. It is immediate pressing conflict at all times and very specific to the hero's journey of like, okay, I'm gonna go out and overcome this obstacle and then learn from it and go back to my life having changed. And I think what this movie specifically is like, that's not what adulthood really is. It's more of a scrap in the mud where you like pull your meaning from your everyday, whatever malaise, and it's very easy to be lost in that, like the characters. I think that it's more that these two genres, the horror and the hangout, are completely antithetical to each other. Like James literally can't. I think James exists as a surrogate. Is this to people who have seen it or not seen it? Also, by the way, if you have seen it, thank you. Holy shit, cannot believe this is coming out of a movie theater. But I think like have they seen it? Can I spoil it? Like
We can mark it if you would like to
I don't
spoil
care.
it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can mark it.
I think the reason that James goes the farthest is that he specifically to him like can't let go of the horror part of the movie. He can't let go of the fact that there was like something really bad that happened to him that has no narrative explanation. Like he almost can't live in a world where Fisher and Day have kind of let go of the need for control or an answer and are just like, okay, the most important thing is just hanging out, shooting the shit, and talking about memes. Like James is a truly a surrogate for the not just a horror audience member, but like he's aware of the narrative of horrors. That's why they all go through that whole like, okay, what do we do to get here thing. Um, and I think that is kind of the foundation of the horror for the movie at least. Like James is in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Fisher and Day literally are in a hangout movie, and there's kind of they're fighting over the tonal control. And I appreciate your line that I have great tonal control, but I also had to reshoot it twice. So like, I or parts just to like
Yeah,
nail those, just to nail those in. I didn't get it right the first time. I got luck. I've been very lucky this entire process.
of course. But I think that just speaks to like art in general, right? Like you have to like it takes time and you have to like pour into it what you want to get out of it. So,
Definitely.
yeah. Um, I'm someone who really appreciates a sense of like rules with a high concept. I loved the specificity with this. Can you kind of talk me through like your process of conceptualizing the rules for this
Yeah.
universe?
I don't want to like fully give away. All I will say is that I
Yeah.
think that okay, for the rules specifically, I did want the isolation of like your brain. Like I wanted to remove all of the bodily like impact or like the things that the physiological, things that affect you. And I wanted just identity. I just wanted like identity in a meat sack. Like that's what I want. The rules have to put you there because the real thing that the road is testing is consciousness, not has nothing to do with your physical form. Like they almost exist. There's a level of immaterialism that is happening on the road. I don't want to speak too much to it, but like the road itself is there's a is pulling is the reason that the people in the woods are stuck like they are is because there's a conscious logic thing that they have, like there's almost something you have to either understand or change to then be able to function on the road. And the road kind of pulls you towards not only pulls you but also how do I speak about this? There's a level of subjectivism, and let's just say that like for James specifically, the road had to end. That's all I
Yeah,
would say. For James specifically, the road had to end.
definitely. Um, I think the other impressive thing about this is, we're contained to just this Jeep and then the road if we ever step outside of the car. But you still make these simple and liminal spaces feel so big and cinematic. Can you talk me through like your plan behind the camera to make this feel alive and avoid the repetition that could maybe fall befall it?
It's so funny getting like really nice compliments on the movie that I like. I'm glad it feels like that, I'm like
Yeah.
almost like so, well, that's cool that that's working like that. I guess the real approach to the camera was mainly that in the first half, like it's the tonal control is a lot more of like close-ups and anxiety and shaky camera and you know little indie filmmaking tip that if you just like cram the camera right here, it's the same. It looks the same as a close up in Dune. So like that's a nice little,
There you
hack.
go.
Just get a good performance and you just put the camera there. But uh I think the visual language had to change from a scope level just because we were getting only fucking, six setups a day originally to like a locked off hangout movie where it's the camera's just very still and you let the actors like cook in the middle of the frame. That's it. Like the visual language even slows down as well.
Yeah. I think it's so cool to like trust your performers that way and like trust your film in that way and allow I think it could have been so easy for like the movie to keep going with like that visceral nature. So it's cool that you like embrace the stillness as it goes. Um,
Yeah. I
yeah.
always wanted I say I always wanted a like a post-game interview for a horror movie. Like I would love to like after Hereditary, like bring them all back to life and be like, holy fuck, how was like that shit
How
was
we
crazy.
feeling?
Yeah, holy shit, that was crazy. Like I want to hear people, I don't know, like after a Conjuring that just be like, damn, man, like in ther not in therapy, but like some level of so how did it feel to watch reality break? And
Yeah.
so I think that's also the way that I think kids my age process things now is going from a shock and terror video of watching a guy's head get blown off and then scrolling and it's the Geico lizard twerking or something. It's like that's like a very normal experience now. So it's
Yeah.
the detachment is understandable.
Oh, definitely. Well, you mentioned the performances. I think these performers are so good. I think what's really special is they feel so fleshed out in their relationships and their dynamics, even though we're dropped into this very specific moment. Did you yourself, like while writing this, like kind of create like backstory and history, or was that something you
Oh,
guys found as it like went on? Talk to me about that.
so I wrote originally, like I didn't get to do this on my new film because there's eight characters. Like I wrote like a full dissertation on each character. Like, I mean, whatever. You know, pretentious 22-year-old. God, it's so hard for me. I'm still getting used to press. It's hard for me to talk about the creative process and without like wanting to vomit on myself because I sound so, it's like, well, I wrote a dissertation and
I don't think
dove
that's
into this.
pretentious at all. I think
I,
that's
I
thoughtful.
dove into the psyche of my characters and you know, I was like kind of like breaking down their worldviews and it did this huge thing. But that wasn't shit until the actual actors showed up and like breathed life into the characters and like, you know, they really carry the movie. And, you know, that was what I was looking for during audition process, like who's punching up my dialogue, who's like actually like coming in and making it better than it sounds, you know? And I think that was the real sell of all of that. Except for Mitch, who plays Tyler. I wrote this role for him, and I had met
Mhm.
him because he was literally doing HVAC repair work in the Panhandle of Florida at the time, like tiling fucking roofs and living in a trailer park. He's awesome. He's a
Oh my
movie star.
gosh.
They're
Well,
all movie
'cause
stars.
he's in your next one too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, fuck
amazing.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, they're all such stars. It was so cool seeing like these fresh faces who were like ready to go on
hmm
screen. It was so beautiful. We don't get that a lot, I feel
There
like.
is there is a hungry fucking crop of young actors that are abundantly just so talented. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, we all worked really, but like, yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. Um So you made the movie when you were the character's age. I was wondering now, like at this point, has your relationship or outlook on the movie evolved at all? I've seen it three times now, and I think every time
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm not kidding, I love this fucking movie. It is a movie I wish I had in college, but every time I walk away, I feel like I get something different. So I was wondering if maybe your relationship evolved with it.
Absolutely. Like originally when I made the film, I was coming from a very physiological place. Like I was coming from like a holy like I have to get this out of me. Oh my God, my suffering, my you know, I have to articulate what it felt like to want to in that being in that dark place. And then as I got older, as I got older, I was like, holy shit, I was fucked up. But also like I got older and I was like, oh, he was really dealing with a lot of more systemic structural issues and being like down water from the fact that like, you know, I was talking about that earlier, but like the tent poles of structure that used to exist, like buying a house or having a family, et cetera, like don't really exist anymore. And I think that if I was a fucking farmhand in the 1600s, I probably wouldn't be sitting around existentially spiraling. I'd probably be, you know, um, like making wheat or something, you know. I don't know. As I grew older, I realized like that it's such a universal experience, like the thing that I experienced, and I, you know, was actually articulating the broader themes and emotions than even I was aware of at the time. And so
Mhm.
it's been very interesting. It's like almost like a time capsule to watch, you know, me and my friends in that thing. I used to be James, and I'm way more of a day now.
Wow. Okay. I
Yeah.
love that. I love to hear that. Just to wrap up, congrats on 4x4. I'm
Thank you.
really excited for that one.
Dude, I'm
I,
hyped for you to see it too. I'm hyped
I
for it like oh,
I can't wait. I was just wondering, like, what was maybe something going into this one you wanted to challenge yourself with that you didn't get to maybe do the first time around?
I got to go fucking nuts with the camera. Like, you know, like I
Let's
got to do
go.
shit. I got to do shit that I like it's just it is like the entire movie is a genre movie. There's no like it's I got to have the resources and support that allowed me to like do all of the crazy shit that I want to do while also trying to keep the character work. We'll see. It's hard to get people to care about one person, much less eight. So it's like you're almost like, you know, there's teams, there's pairings, like out of the eight, there's four teams. So like
Mm,
that's another thing.
very cool.
Um,
Well,
but
that cast is stacked, so I feel like we'll be
that's
getting
thank
some cool
you.
character. Yeah,
Everyone's so talented. It's
it,
crazy.
I'm excited. But that's my time, dude. It was so great to see you. I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you. This
Thank
is
you,
so
Adam.
great. Yeah,
You've been there from the beginning. It means a lot. That's like why I get so excited for all the people that liked It Ends to see 4x4. Like that gets me
yeah.
so jazzed. Um, I can't wait till I come back to Chicago. I don't know if I'm going. Let me see if I'm going to Chicago for this press thing. I don't think so.
Well, you let me know when you're back in Chicago, and we'll catch up. But yeah,
Trying to. Never mind. I don't
yeah,
think we'll happen.
all good.
Anyway,
You just got to come for 4x4 then.
for
But yeah,
sure.
it was nice chatting. Thanks.